Hello, this is Talon with Old Got Stuff at Busy Corner Lane, and today we're going to do a working review on 4-yard tools made by Ryobi that use the 18-volt lithium batteries that they're calling their 1 Plus system. Okay, so we're going to be looking at the weed eater, the leaf blower, the 10-inch chainsaw, and over here, that way, the lawnmower. And a lawnmower is a 13-inch. So a quick talk about these real quick. The weed eater came with a cutting head that looks kind of like this, but this is not the same one. I've already replaced it. The one it says it comes with, which is listed on the tool itself and written on the box, is not the actual one it comes with. But the one it came with, you could not interchange the blades, and on this one you can. Okay, kind of give you a quick show on how to do that. Pull that off. Sometimes it gets a little tight. Okay, so I've got this apparatus right here. Let me move my camera so I can actually see what the camera's seeing. Sorry about that. Okay, so I've got this little apparatus dealy right here. And what you do is you'll notice that this part is open, right? You just kind of rotate it, and then that lets you pull those out and put a new one in, okay? That's all it really takes. And then once you got them in, and it opens both sides at the same time. So once you got it in, you just snap it back into place and you're good to go. You put it back on the weed eater. So let me grab them there. It's very easy in and out. Very easy in and out. Okay. Nothing special to say about the blower or the chainsaw or the mower at this particular time, but I will tell you about the batteries. Okay. The batteries that these come with, okay, are either 1.3 amp, 2 amp, or 4 amp. Okay, this one's a 2 amp, and I believe this one came with the weed eater. Okay, 1.3 amp came with the leaf blower, and a 4 amp came with the lawnmower. The one that didn't come with the battery was Mr. Chainsaw over here. That one didn't come with one, but we bought 2 extra 4 amp batteries, and that's just because when I'm doing my yard, you know, if the battery dies, I don't want to have to stop. I just want to change the battery out and keep going. Now these 4 amp batteries are really good because if they're not hooked in a charger, you can just push this little button and it'll give you a 4-light indicator. So 4 lights basically mean the battery's about a full charge. Okay, it doesn't mean it's 100%, but it's close. All right. And I'll show you my charging station near the end, where I just plug all these things up at once and go ahead and charge. So I'm going to put the batteries in. They go in pretty easy, actually. It's kind of like a little puzzle. You just, you know, match battery terminal ends up to what the shape is, snap it into place, and you're good to go. So I'm going to do that one. I'm going to go ahead and do the weed eater. Back this up a little bit. Okay. So you got to turn the weed eater upside down to do that, but that's no big deal. I just take it and I match it. I usually give a little slap. I don't hit hard, it's just a little slap. Okay. For the chainsaw, same thing. Just slide it into place. Snaps in. We're good. Okay. Then I'm going to do the mower. I'm going to special talk about with the mower on this one. So let's go over to the mower. Okay, so on the mower, you open up this part and the battery goes down here, and this is a little key. It's basically like an inline connector. So if I've got the battery in and I don't have this in, it should not start up at all. Okay, I'm going to put it in for right now though. It was kind of freaky because one day, after we had this for about a month, I had this sitting on the driveway and I was about to use it, And I'm across the yard drinking my coffee, and I hear this mower stood up on its own, which should not happen. Okay, there's supposed to be kind of a safety feature on this, which to get it to start, it'll say push the button. It says it right here on the top. Push the button and then pull this. And you can hear it start up. You can hear it start up, okay? But if you let this go, it's not going to start. But somehow or another, it started on its own. It actually did this consistently for about a week or so. So I'm not sure why. But I got in the habit when I got the battery in, I pull the red thing out. So I'm about to pull that red plug out just in case. Not starting on its own right now, but I don't want to take the chance either. Okay, so let's get to doing some yard work then. Okay, I'm going to start out with the weed eater, and I'm going to do this little area right in here. Okay, so I got some weeds starting right there, and over in here. Now I'm not going to do every single thing in this yard that's a weed right now. I'm going to save that for later. So let's go hook this up. I don't have one of those cool GoPro things like a lot of people have. My wife actually said, oh, she can get me one for my birthday, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, I was in Chicago about 25 years ago, and I was in a camera store because I do a lot of photography with old school like SLR cameras, and I saw this clamp. So I said, ooh, let's get this. And then recently I got this at a dollar store for, are you ready? $1. And what I do is I just clamp my phone to it, basically like this, and it's going to let me record what I'm using a weed eater on. So let's hook this up. Okay, this is wild. It's like I got a weed eater mount. Here we go. Yeah, I'm hitting some gravel. That's what you're hearing. Hey, this thing kicks some gravel up good too. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about any of this. Oh my God, dog poop. All right, so we're gonna leave that alone, and let's go check out the mower. Okay, I don't really have a good place on this mower that's nice and straight and with a thick enough area for the clamp. Okay, this is thick enough, but it's not really straight. So, got to figure out where I'm gonna put this. Okay, this mower's got 6 setting levels for different depths, and it'll tell you up here about the height from 1.5 inches to 4 inches. And all you gotta do is change the height, pull the lever. In this case, I'm gonna go all the way down. Okay, and then I'm gonna mount to this part right there. Oh my God, I got a mower mount. Here we go. So I'm just gonna be going over this weed area mainly. I didn't hook up the red thing. Gotta pull that out. It didn't start. My first thought was, what? But that was me. I gotta put that in. Close it down. Here we go. Turn it off. Aspen the Destroyer is coming out. He's going to probably take care of the rest of the weeds and stuff for me. Okay, so this is the 10-inch chainsaw. I've got my 4-amp battery in here. Wait, this is just the shield guard here, or the blade guard, so we can pull that off. I got myself a piece of stick I picked up. That's about 5-inch diameter, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this and see how well it does. And I'm going to change my angle a little bit. I'm kind of right-handed doing this, so I want to Make sure I get the better view and all that. All right, now I can squeeze the trigger, nothing gonna happen. So this is what I gotta do. I've got this part here. I can't tell if it's because I'm in the sun. Okay, so I gotta pull this and then squeeze the trigger. So here we go. Okay, I never try to push hard when I'm using a saw of any kind, and chainsaw is no different. So I just give it a slight rocking motion and it cuts through this pretty well. I'm not sure what kind of wood this is, but we picked this up when we were out walking our dog. So I just made a mess. I'm going to cut through it again just so I can make more mess, and then I'm going to use the blower on it. Okay, so I cut off 2 pieces from this. My dog just took one, but here's the second one I got cut off. And I did make some mess out here on the patio, so I'm going to use the blower to blow it off. Okay. Watch out, puppy. And it did a good job. Now, what we want to notice on this though, or note, is that this is one of the weakest batteries they've got. If I use a stronger battery, it'll blow stronger. So this one right now is the 2 amp battery. This came with the 1.3 amp, so it's even weaker, but it still worked good, and it lasted like an hour and a half doing the whole area out in front of the house. But normally I'll run through with the weak battery unless I really got to blow some heavy stuff like rocks. Okay, so that's my take on that. Okay, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I set up a charging station for this, and I'll show you how I've got this kind of organized. Okay, and actually up here at the top I have batteries for a Hitachi drill, which is a good drill. I'll do something on that one these days. And that plugs in over here. So I have this power strip that I have my 3 Ryobi chargers plugged into. Okay. This is the 1.3 amp that came with the blower. Okay. You can take that out and just put that up here, so it should be charged. The way I can check my charge on these, you just push this yellow button right here, and if it's got 4 lights in it, it might not be 100%, but it's close. Okay. So I'll check all those, and I marked my batteries. That was number 2. This was number 3. And this was number 1. And I just number them, so I rotate through which ones I'm using if I'm only using one. All right, what happens with these though, is you just plug them in here. So I just stick them into my chargers. I just do it like that. Got a power strip here and I turn it on. Now, one of the first things that will happen is it's going to tell me the basic charger level on these. Okay, like this one's blinking right here, so I need to do more to top this off. This one down here was fully lit and nothing blinking. Well, this one is topped off. I'm gonna pull it out. Okay, and the way this one up here works is if this is blinking, it's charging, and if it's a steady green, then it's fully charged. And up here, I do have the flashing lights on. Now how much? I put these on upside down. So if you notice, like this one, you can read the word Ryobi correctly, and these are upside down. And the reason I did that though was on purpose, because if I have them, you know, right side up so you read the word correctly like this, then I cannot see these lights at all. And if I can't see the lights, you know, say from across the room, then I have to come over and really physically try to look at it. So it just saves me a little bit of time and effort. So I put them in upside down, and if you're kind of curious as to how I accomplished that, I use the drill holes in the back, and then get this over here some. I drilled a 3/8 inch hole, and I had a 3/8 inch dowel. So I drilled the hole right below here, and I tapped the dowel into place, and this holds nice and steady. It doesn't want to come out at all. Yeah, I get a little wobble side to side because the screws, I I did not fully sink in, but it's not going to want to fall off the wall. So that's how I set that up. All right, so this is, see if I get me on here. And I don't know if I'll show up, but I'll try. This is old guy stuff at Busy Corner Lane. I hope this video helps you out, because you may be thinking, should I get these or get something else? They're all good, solid tools. I've got absolutely no complaint with these. Okay, I did make some modifications on the mower, and those modifications do void warranty. If you're interested in those, just ask me about it in comments, and I'll be happy to explain what I did. Other than that, have a safe, happy, peaceful, wonderful day. Hit that thumbs up or the like button or whatever they call it nowadays, and subscribe if you feel inspired. Take care and goodbye.